wanted to kind of break down this website in a week vlog to explain to you what I do each day of the week. So Monday is the design day. I've already have the branding done, which I'll show you in the next clip. We already have the branding done, but this is when I'll jump into the initial homepage design, mockup, and approval. I start with the homepage, that way I don't get too far ahead of myself. I want to make sure they like the way this looks, and so I can get approval on that before I move on to the interior pages. So Monday morning, if I have the branding done, this is when I will jump into designing the homepage on Figma. So I'll definitely show you guys what that looks like, but that's when I'm creating this. And then I'm also curating all the photography, resizing all the photos if needed, and basically getting them ready for the development part of the process. Because the thing with website in a week is you want to make sure you're setting yourself up for success and you're not stressing yourself out running around and getting all the materials at the end of the week. You want to make sure you have that ahead of time, which I typically will ask for this in the preparation form before we even begin. But that is when I'll resize and curate the photos, figure out which photos look good where, and just overall make sure the colors, the fonts, everything's looking good. And then I work on the entire website design mockup. After I send the homepage over, after I get some feedback or approval on it, then I jump into designing all the interior pages. So this is just a little bit of what goes on Monday. I like to communicate with my client during this day, make sure that they know it's time to provide me feedback, and also make sure I have everything I need from them. That way I'm able to continue working without wasting time. So this is what's gonna go on Monday, but let's jump into the vlog. I wanted to show you the branding before I jump into the website design, because before any website design, it's so important for me to have the color palette, the logo designs, everything that I'm going to need to actually design the website for it to look consistent and like an actual full package and brand. So I thought I'd show you guys the branding guideline I sent this client before we even started the website. So overall brand name is Old Soul Explorer. I love the name. I think it's really cute. I think it's really cool. It kind of fits his vibe. So I really love the name. He came up with that. I didn't have to help him with the name at all. But this is what the brand guide looks like. So the overall direction is bold, minimal icons, organic fonts. He's going to use all of his own personal photography or photos. These are like iPhone photos, but it works totally fine. And then we also have the mood board here with the icons that I created, which I'll show you on another page. We have the mission statement, which I always like to provide my clients so that they have a good way of explaining, like an elevator pitch as to what they do. The colors, which I love the colors. I think that they're very fun. They're still very masculine, but inviting, and just really showcase like the diversity of his brand. We have the color codes, and then this is the color combos. So this is something I like to provide so they know like what logo to use on what color, what icon to use on what color, the combinations of it all. So I do like to provide this as well. This is the main logo. So you'll be seeing this as I'm designing the website. This is what the logo looks like in the different colors. So I'm going to kind of scroll through this so you can see. But yeah, these are the logos. I have multiple types of each primary and secondary because he couldn't decide which one. And I honestly think it's okay to have more than one as long as they all look like the same consistent brand. So we have all of these, all of them together, and all the color options. And these are all the icons. So as you can see, they flow together with the logos, but I provided him a ton of icons because he travels a lot, and I wanted to really provide him an icon for every type of travel experience or somewhere that he's going to be talking about. And then you can click here to go and download them, which you'll see right here. I need to clean out my storage, but we're not going to look at that. But yeah, these are the icons, the usage, how to use it on social media. I provided him social media templates, some mock-ups, the font options, which he did purchase the fonts. You can find that here. And yeah, that's it. So that is the branding guideline that I worked on before we even did this website. So I really want to show you guys that. But without further ado, let's jump into the actual website design. blog, travel tips about destinations.
If you have any changes to this or any edits, you can take this little comment bubble and drop it anywhere on the page, and I'll be able to see all of your notes. You do have to make a Figma account for that, but it's super easy to do, and then that way we can collaborate on this together. So this is the first section of the homepage, and I pulled this from the tagline, and I thought this image looked really nice in the background because it's like easy to read the tagline and just looked kind of cool. So I have that, and then this would click into explore destinations here. And then I actually came across a website that I was looking at for travel tips, and they had something similar to this, and to me it just felt really helpful. And then also my fiance and I always talk about like what if we'd want to go to the mountains, city, beach. So I feel like that could be helpful for people to like kind of click into the areas they want to read about or know more about or get help on or whatever it is. So we have destinations, mountains, city, beach, the blog, and general travel tips. I can do more specific destination types here, but I think maybe having like a quick call to action in the beginning would be nice. And then this section here, I can definitely replace this font. I was going to do that before I sent this over to you, and then I forgot. But if you like the script font, I can definitely keep that in and then share with you what the font is. But I thought it kind of looked nice because it's like signing off a little card, a little bit of info about you. I pulled this from the existing site. And then we have a section to kind of break up the page, which will guide them to the travel tips page. And then this section here, I thought would be kind of fun to touch on the places that you've been to and then take them to the blog. I can try to make these images clickable. That was my original idea. So like they could click and read about Japan or any blog posts like that, but not quite sure if on WordPress I'll be able to do that kind of customization. I might be able to, but I think it's kind of nice to just touch on the places you've been, a few of the places. I know you've been a lot of places. And then the section below that can be like a little bit of info on like where to next with the different cities or countries. And then maybe I can even edit this map to have little location marks on the places you have been. I don't know. I just thought that'd be kind of fun. Just a random idea. And then we have blog posts right here and the footer. So on the footer, I added that partnership area, email me, Instagram, and all the info here. I think we had talked about a newsletter for you, which I think would be really nice so that when you post new blogs, you can directly email people about it. If we didn't talk about that, I'm happy to share more info on it, but I do think that would be nice to have.
Hey guys, I haven't really spoke to the camera yet today. I just sent off his homepage design. I'm so excited with how it looks. I'm exhausted right now though, so I'll probably show you guys what that looks like a little bit later because I need to eat and chill for a little bit and not look at my computer. But yeah, I'm gonna take you guys with me as I design the website. It's for a travel blog, and yeah, so he just really shares a lot of the destinations he goes to, travel tips, and I'm obsessed with the branding and how it came out, so I'm really excited with putting it all together in the website. So I will take you guys with me as I continue to design and develop it. So at this stage of the process, I started to move into the interior page designs because he approved the homepage, and we also loved the color scheme. So I'm kind of using the same aesthetic and vibe that I already have on the homepage, just building off of that and making those interior pages. So for his website, he did let me know what he is looking for in terms of like the destinations page. The overall website is really just guiding the audience to the different blog posts. So I feel like I can really build off knowing that and create the call to actions throughout the page to really direct them to the right place. So I'm working on that. I'm also going through some of the edits he has already left me, and super excited with how everything's coming together. So I'm just going to continue to design this for the rest of the day and into the morning, and then I will catch up with you guys a little bit after. Hey guys, it is Tuesday, which Tuesday is typically my design, like an addition to the design day. So this is when I get all the feedback from usually the entire website design. But I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I have been doing websites in a week for the last 2 years, or like last year and a half. And I have kind of realized and learned that I would rather spend more time on the design part than the development part. The development part's pretty easy, to be honest. Once you have everything figured out, I feel like it's mindless working. It's just like adding everything in. And I usually actually, instead of doing the full web design on Mondays, I really focus in on the homepage design. And especially if they need like any sort of branding materials finalized, Monday is really finalizing that, sending the homepage over, and then Tuesday morning I like to get all that feedback and then continue on the design and send that over by Tuesday afternoon so I can get all the feedback before I develop on Wednesday and Thursday. So I just got all the feedback from the homepage. There's really like no edits, which is amazing. There was like maybe one thing in there that I was gonna switch for him. But yeah, everything it looks good to go. So I'm going to continue on the web design. I'll probably, since his is a blog site, I'll probably just do a couple interior pages and just let him know that it'll look the same for like all the blog posts and stuff. Yeah, I just wanted to get myself prepped and ready so that as soon as I get back from the gym, I can jump into designing. So that's my goal. But just wanted to check in with you guys on this Tuesday. I really need to wash my hair. That's another thing I need to do today, but we will find time to do that. Right now, I'm going to work on the website or getting everything prepped for it and my social media posts for the day so I can not worry about that later today. And so we can get to designing. So I will talk to you guys a little bit later. Okay, so for the edits for the website, I really wanted to replace the images that he provided me in the right places because for the destinations page, I have different boxes with different specific destinations, just like it says. So he actually helped me by creating like folders in the Google Drive of the photos for those specific destinations. So I'm adding and swapping those out. I like to do it at this point in the process so I can export them in the right size and consistent sizing. But this is kind of how that interior page is looking. And like I said, I'm just going to be building off of that, continuing to design on this day and make those edits. That way we can prepare for the development. But this is just a little look into some of the inspiration I'm pulling and how I'm deciding to lay it out. And like I mentioned before, we are guiding the audience to read more blog posts, work with Kyle, and just to learn more about the brand in general. So that's definitely what I'm focusing on for the design process. Hey guys, it is Wednesday, June 12th, which is my development day for the website in a week. So I just logged into my Figma and he left so many great helpful comments on there. Usually I like to finish the design, edits, all of that like Tuesday night, but I think I mentioned you guys earlier in this video, I'd rather spend time on this because the development part really doesn't take me too long and my developer can sometimes work on that while I sleep. So I'm not too worried about like the development time. So I'm gonna go through and basically make all the changes that he comment back to everything and make all the changes needed. And yeah, and then I'll show you guys what it's looking like before I develop it. And I'll definitely show you guys behind the scenes of like how I built out the site. So let's get to it. Hey guys, so I wanted to show you a few things that I did specifically for this website to build it out and develop it. So I'm using Divi on WordPress. I know I already kind of told you guys that in the first clip of this day, but when using Divi, it's important to set up your options and the theme builder. But I wanted to show you how I set up these like blog template pages, because that is what's going to allow my client to feel comfortable when I hand it off to him, that every single blog post he creates, every single category page that he might add can be tied to this. So as you can see right here, we have specific category pages. If I click on the settings icon, we can see that within that, a lot of these are checked off. So that just allows this template to be tied to that specific category page. So if I click into custom body, we'll see that I have a design here already. And what I would do if you are going to be creating a site like this is inside of the actual blog grid is to click the settings wheel and then select current category, because that's going to allow it to load in that specific category page that we're at. So definitely make sure to check that off. That way it's going to load the specific category instead of like one that you've already preset. So that's how I created that page. And also for the destinations page, which is like a main page that they're going to land on, that has a design that we've created on Figma for it. And yeah, so that's already set up too. I'm going to X out of this. And I also set up like a 404 page in here so that it says something kind of generic like this, but it doesn't look like a white blank page. I wanted it to still kind of look like part of the brand and part of the theme, or part of the theme that we created. And then for the blog page and the post page, I'll show you the post page because that is really helpful for bloggers and stuff, especially if you're designing, on WordPress or using Divi. So I'm going to expand this just so we can see how it looks in the desktop version. But yeah, this is how it looks. So I have up here, if I hover over it, we should see that this is the post content, which the background, for some reason it's loading in white here, but it doesn't load that way on the home page. And then we also have, if Divi is ever weird like that where you can't hover, you can just click on the little wireframe here to see it. But within here, we can see that we have the post title, which is helpful. And then, the post content right below it. And then for the post page, I did create a column. So I just did that by using the row settings to have a column on the side. And we have a search bar here where they can basically search anything. So I can exclude pages or posts from this if I want it to just search posts for them. But we have a little blurb about Kyle, the author. We have some buttons right here that link to those pages. And then right below here, I have it set to show all categories. You could have it set to show like more posts within that current category, but I have it set to show all of them. I have a comment area down below. So that's how I was able to set up the blog post page. I'm gonna leave that. And then I wanted to show you guys what that actually looks like on the main website. So pause for a minute. But if I go to the main website and go to blog, now the blog page all set up for us. And then if I click into that post, then we will see the post design here, which I'm going to have to add some code to remove that white background because it keeps setting it to the default. So we're going to have to kind of adjust that a little bit. Oh, I used the theme builder. That's how I was able to set up those kind of global settings. And I just wanted to show you how that looks specifically for like blog websites like this. Hey guys, so I've been working on the website, and one of the things that I just did was record a little screen recording because I had questions that I needed answered. So I wanted to send him over a walkthrough of where we're at with the site. And so one of the things that is totally new to me, I haven't actually done this before, right? but I've never really had to put ads onto a blog before. I've had a client who's done that, and they told me that they did it through Google Analytics, and I was just reading that you can actually do like Google AdSense. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna set that up for him, and then I think after that is set up, then we can have ads. I think that's how it will work. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to fully set it up for him, because it kind of sounds like we're gonna need him to put in like whatever payout method or like his email and stuff into it, but I think I can get it at least started and then send it over to him. That was my first question for him, and my second question was if he wanted all the blog images to be consistently the same format, because some of his blog featured images are vertical, some of them are horizontal. I personally think it will still look okay if they're all a little bit different, because it's set up as a grid, so it'll kind of look like a masonry, like Pinterest grid. So I think it'll look fine, but if he's super particular on having them consistent, then I'm more than happy to send over through Canva on the sizing of those featured images so that it can stay consistent. But I thought I would show you guys where I'm at with the site around. So I know I have a bunch of stuff in the background, but this is the home page. We have all the grids here. One of the things I'm super happy with is that it is optimized right now. There's a couple things that I need to fix, like for the sections that have image on one side, text on one side. Those always kind of cause issues when you shrink it, because sometimes the text goes first. So we saw that on a couple of the pages, also old site fonts, but that looks good. I also designed this little map for him with like a key on places he's visited and going to visit. Canva as well, which actually I might do that now while I'm thinking about it. And then I'm going to create a template link, and then I'm just going to create a new email with this. So and sometimes I'll even add this to the Google Drive that we have going on. Like I'll add a Google Doc with the links to these templates. But I think for now this will be fine. He seems to be really good at like saving things and like bookmarking stuff. But I might do that as well, just to keep things easy. The template to the map so that you can add to it. No, if you have any questions. I'm gonna say, okay, sent that over. I wanna make sure that it's linked properly. Okay, cool. So I did that, but basically I also wanted to make sure that this section looks okay on mobile. We have the about page done. This is the page that I really need to check the mobile side. My God, I'm getting blown up today. Let me turn this on, don't disturb. Okay, so we have the little timeline here, which I think that looks really cool. Got some more posts. So I've linked the Instagram and the Pinterest, and I showed him, or I'm going to show him how to add the Instagram feed here. So that is everything I've been working on. It's been a really fun site to build. I still have quite a few things I need to like finalize. That's what I'm gonna work on. I'm also gonna add the little MailChimp form at the bottom, and then it should be good to go. And I'm so excited to see what he does with this site and how it looks in the future. And also I'm just obsessed with how the colors and everything came together. So yeah, anyway, I'll talk to you guys a little later when I have things a little bit more finalized. Okay guys, I just worked on some final edits for the website in a week, and basically what I wanted to do in this round of edits was add Google Analytics for my client, because that's something that we really want to track, is to see like which pages are getting clicked on. He wants to see like what blogs are getting read. So I did add Google Analytics, and then I went to Divi integration and added the code here. I also went through the post, which I still need to fix a few of these, but under the post I made a parent category. That way we could add all the locations within the parent category. And one of the things I need to do now in Theme Builder is create a page template for the destinations page, which I think we have that here. Let me check. So we have destinations, specific pages. That should be good. I'm gonna click save changes, and this just helps me create templates for each specific category and pages tied to it. Created that 404 page, so that's all good. But yeah, I wanted to just make sure his Google Analytics are set up properly, so I have that on the other tab here where I'm just checking to make sure the connection was correct, which it should be because I was just using the website and it's tracking who used it in the last minute. But yeah, I did that. I also installed Yoast for my client. That way we can check the pages and also just make sure that we have some meta titles and descriptions in there. I have a focus key phrase, all that. And then I was kind of making some tutorials to show my client that adding more text and more information to the page can actually help boost SEO, because that was a question that he had for me, is like how to help the SEO. So that's what I've been working on. But I wanted to show you guys that because I know I feel like I didn't film very much of this website in a week, but there was quite a lot tied to it. Like I wanted to set up all those blog category pages, create the templates for all the pages, set up the analytics, all those things. I am so pumped with how the website turned out though. I think it turned out really fun, really cool. He really likes it. And also the best part about it is it's going to be really easy for him to manage in the future because all he has to do is add a new post, select the category for the post, and the page is already designed because I created that template for him. So I'll probably make a little screen recording to show you guys how I did that, just so it like makes sense, because it is kind of cool that Divi allows that to be so easy. But yeah, I just wanted to give you guys an update on the final things I did to send off the site. I double checked all buttons, all links. I have like a checklist of things I go through to make sure that it's good to go, and that it can be live and launched and shared and all that. So I will make a little recording on how I did the themes and the templates and stuff, but that's how it looks. I'm so excited. I wanted to end this website in a week vlog by showing you what it is that I send over to my client to like fully finalize the project. So I do provide my clients a week of support after we launch the website. So they still can contact me if they get in there and they're like not sure how to use things, or if they need like clarification on anything. But one of the things that I do send over on the like final launch day are these tutorials. So I create little like walkthrough tutorials on how to add sections, how to edit text, how to, swap out photos, how to, for this specific client, how to add more destinations and more category pages, and overall just all the tips that they're gonna need to know on like the SEO, everything like that. So I created tons of tutorials for him. Really quick, as you can see, they're like 2 to 3 minute tutorials, but this just helps them in the future so they don't feel like they always have to contact me, although they can. This just gives them a way to know how to do it on their own. So yeah, have all those tutorials sent out to my clients. And then I wanted to show you guys one other thing that I didn't really go over yet, but that is Google AdSense. Now, Google AdSense is how we're going to be able to have like those ads within the blog posts and also on like the blog page. You've probably been to blogs where ads pop up, and it's a way for bloggers to make a little bit of an income just from sharing their free content. So I helped him set this up by going to Google AdSense, and then within here, you can like select which pages you want the ads to show up on. As you can kind of see right here, you can also select like if you want to exclude pages from having ads. So like for his website, we wanted to exclude the home page, the about page, the contact page, because it probably would get a little too hectic if the entire site was covered in ads. So yeah, this just allows you to set that up. I don't think I'm signed in on his email anymore, but I did sign in under his email so that he can have direct access to, changing the ad placements or stuff like that. So that's how I set it up. I wanted to share that real quick too, because that is something that we did work on with this website. But yeah, the website is now officially launched and done and created, and I'm so excited for him. I'm so excited with how it turned out. I think it's really fun. I love the colors, and I'm so excited to see how he grows with this website and what he does with it. But yeah, I just wanted to close this video out and say thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed a little bit of a different style of my website in a week vlog, but hope you guys enjoyed watching this one. If you did, I'd appreciate it so much if you gave it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel for more, and let me know what you guys want to see next. But if you want to see more videos like this or an actual breakdown on how I design a WordPress website, then check this video out right here. But I will see you guys in my next video.